Amanda, Anthony Albanese has gone from his visit to China, where he got nothing, to a summit in the Pacific where he's actually promising to hand over our money on global warming. This is becoming a bit of an embarrassment for him, isn't it, this big international sojourn?
It is an embarrassment, surely, but the bigger problem here is that Australia has committed to climate policy without really considering the trade-offs necessary in order to achieve this net zero dream. Research we did for ARC in the last week or so revealed that that's going to cost $9 trillion just in relation to the domestic economy. It's 3 times our current GDP, and it's going to cost a further $7.5 trillion once we take account of exports. That's going to leave us with a further bill because he's handing out money hand over fist in the Pacific. And the worst possible thing here is that not only will Australians be left unable to afford the energy they need to run their homes and businesses, but it will also leave us with a Pacific dominated by China and an Australia dependent upon China because of its over-reliance on wind and solar. This is an affordability and a security disaster.
Michael Costa, what do you make of this trip so far?
Oh, look, I said to you last week, Andrew, I thought he should have stayed at home and dealt with the domestic issues. In relation to the Pacific, I mean, these rent seekers have been around for a long time seeking sort of, guilt money from the developed world. And I also might make the point, Morrison was involved in this as well. This is not the first time or the first Prime Minister that's gone to one of these forums where there's been promises of compensation for global warming. We should see these people as what they are. They are rent seekers. I don't blame them. If they can get money off the developed world, that's good. But why are we going along with it? In relation to the China trip, Andrew, I said last week I thought he should have been at home, and I think that rate rise yesterday just proves that point. He's got some real problems when he gets back because people are focused on cost of living, and all of this stuff is really, 10th order issues.
It does seem that. I just wonder, Amanda, whether his leadership is almost irreparably broken. I know the polls still show the Labor Party just ahead, but still.
Well, there's been a successive rolling list of issues that he has chosen to pursue that do not reflect the lives that Australians are living right now, as everybody struggles with the cost of housing, the cost of electricity, the cost of food, the cost of fuel. I could keep going. He's worried about international relations. He's worried about guilt money for climate change. He's worried about dividing us in the Constitution. I mean, it just speaks to being out of touch. And for a first-term leader to be out of touch is a very unusual and very dangerous thing.
Yes, I think so too. Look, I'm so sorry I left you short this week because we're so glad to have you back, Amanda, on the screen. You'll be a regular with Michael. I love the pairing. Thank you so much to both of you.